Do you take responsibility for the chaos that's unfolding?
Of course I take responsibility. I'm president, but it was horrible what to see, as you saw. To see people treated like they did, horses barely running them over, people being strapped, it's outrageous. I promise you those people will pay.
Welcome back to The Angry American. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to discuss a few things, and you're going to have to stay tuned for the whole thing. This is going to be a good video. You're going to learn something today, hopefully. And if you already knew it, good for you. You're a very informed citizen. Let's start with this story. We're going to discuss immigration. We're going to discuss countries and sovereignty and borders. It's not going to take too long, so we're going to get right to it, okay? Like, subscribe, comment, share the video, do all those things, please and thank you. Moving on. Newly surfaced video squashes narrative that Border Patrol agents on horses used whips against migrants. And this is on Blaze Media. Everybody's seen the infamous photo. This isn't it, but these are some of the Haitians down there at the Texas border. An AP journalist who witnessed the interaction between mounted Border Patrol agents and migrants in Del Rio, Texas, released video on Friday debunking the lie that Border Patrol agents whipped migrants. We can skip that. We'll just take a peek. Let me turn this down. But as you can clearly see in the video, nobody's got whips. Those are reins. They are used to guide and control and steer the horse. These people are left with no options here, so they're doing what they have to do. So let's not hear this crap that they're down there beating people. It's just not happening. And this video is clear evidence that it is not happening. So we can move on from the fantasy. It goes on to say down here, the photographer who captured the infamous photographs, okay, said he did not witness what outraged Democrats have claimed. Some of the Haitian men started running, trying to go around the horses and get into our country illegally. That's when the whole thing went down. I didn't ever see them whipping anybody. He was swinging it, but I didn't actually see them whip someone with it. Rachi explained, and that's the person who took that photo. That's something that can be easily misconstrued when you're looking at the picture. Duh. I mean, as you can see, these people are trying to illegally enter our country. And they're doing whatever. There's so many. What are they supposed to do? They're not allowed to use any force. How are they supposed to enforce our borders if they don't? I mean, they're doing whatever they can do. These people are not entering our country in a legal manner. This absurd idea that we should just let these people pour in and that's the humane thing to do is just childish and naive thinking. This planet this civilization, as we know it, has been around for a really long time, and it has never been a big utopian society, and it never will be. You know why? Because humans are broken. Okay, we can't just get along. It's not going to happen. As soon as you bow down and say, you know what, let's just all get along, somebody's going to take advantage of your weakness, and that's just the way it is. So Biden, as you saw in the intro, condemned these people for doing their job. Which is absurd. These people are doing whatever they can. They live in Texas and work in Texas, and it's their job to enforce the border. And okay, let's take a look at let's take a look at what a country is. What is a country? Because I don't think you can have a country without borders. What is a country? What makes up a country? By definition, a country refers to a territory with its own borders. See that word? Borders. And total sovereignty. What is sovereignty? Okay, let's look at sovereignty. Supreme power or authority. Let's see. Sovereignty is the power of a state or country to do everything necessary to govern itself, such as making, executing, and applying laws, imposing and collecting taxes, making war and peace, forming treaties, blah, blah, blah. So, that's sovereignty. And we just saw the definition of country has borders. Now, how can we have a country without borders? I mean, this assumption, this absurd idea that we can have open borders, we're not a country at that point. We're just a piece of land with a bunch of people living on it, and there will be sheer chaos. We have to enforce the borders. Okay, if you don't like the way that we enforce our borders, let's take a look at immigration policy around the world and see how bad our immigration policy is, or how it stacks up against other immigration policies. And I'm going to go for the biggie. Let's go for China. The one that China Joe, Sleepy China Joe, and all of the tech oligarchs and all of the Hollywood idiots bow down to. The sports people, Cena is a great example, apologizing for offending China. Let's go check about their immigration policy. And how do you become a citizen of China? Not that anybody in their right mind, it can be the most beautiful country in the world, as I think America is, but without borders, it's not even a country. And if it's ran by psychos, as ours is now, living in China could be beautiful. You know, it's so beautiful. Yeah, but you can't live there because they're crazy. Okay, let's check out their immigration policy. China immigration eligibility criteria for permanent residency. While anyone can visit China for a short time, blah, blah, blah. You must, this is a must if you are considering Chinese, spelled it wrong. To be eligible, the applicant must meet at least one of these conditions. You have to be married. It says here, I gotta have to read. I'm sorry, guys. He or she should have to be married within the country 5 years. Blah blah blah. He or she should have made a direct investment in certain sectors of Chinese economy for a minimum of 3 years. He or she should have a full-time job at the level of an associate professor, assistant general manager, assistant researcher, and factory director or higher. So not any clown can get in. He or she should have made an outstanding contribution to China. I mean, there's a few others, but none of them say just anybody come on in. They actually seem like they're screening for productive citizens, and even then, you get your permanent residency. It only lasts 10 years, and if you're a child, it'll only last 5. So there really is no permanent residency in China if you're not born in China. So back to our situation that Kamala Harris called the incident horrible and demanded a swift investigation. Crazy Maxine Waters, worse than we witnessed in slavery. They are trying to draw these connections, these correlations, in simply protecting our border and slavery, which there is no correlation whatsoever. What they do is they prey on people with a low mental acuity and get them to associate these two things together when they're nothing alike and they have nothing to do with each other. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. I'm going to wrap it up there. What is a country without borders? You tell me down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, comment, and share the video as much as possible. Oh, one more thing. Now, Joe Biden demanded an investigation, right? How are we supposed to have an investigation when the investigation starts with the U.S. has already said that they were wrong? The investigation into this horse business. How are we supposed to have a fair investigation when this numbnuts right here said that it was wrong? I don't understand that one. In the court of public opinion, lefty public opinion, and normies who aren't doing their own research, they're already guilty. The president said they were. Good luck with a free and fair trial or investigation on that one. Anyway, guys, until next time, be aware of your surroundings at all times, because shit be popping off out here. Peace out.
Hi.
Are you lost, sweetheart? Are you afraid, honey? Well, why don't you come with me?